How are you? How have you been?
Alive, looking for more
I,
sleep, but alive.
I feel you, and I see that we don't really have time. So, you wanna go?
All right, we're going in. Welcome to the Grapevine right here on Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. My name is Oluwaseun. And you know that Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8:15, it's about the gossips. But before the gossips, we tell you what's happening in the entertainment industry, not just in Nigeria, but across the world. But the juicy parts, you get to contribute your thought, chime in and tell us your perspective on whatever it is that we'll be discussing with our analysts. The WhatsApp line to send your messages to is 0911 999 0981. Again, 0911 999 0981. You can also join us on YouTube at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. At Smooth 981 FM Lagos. So, welcome with us, our resident analyst on a Thursday. So, coming in at first is the one and the only James Silas.
Yeah. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Seun. Seun, where have you been?
My brother, I have been living life.
I mean, look at you. See your skin skinning.
Okay, I'm going to take the
Yeah,
compliment. Thank you, thank you.
absolutely.
And all the way is also one of our resident analysts, the entertainment and the movie buff. Please welcome with us, Oris. Good morning.
Hi, good morning,
I
show.
didn't hear
Good
the chest,
morning.
chest
Good
taps a
morning,
bit.
Lagos. And how far, James? Long time.
I'm good. Oris.
Where do you?
Oh, where
Yeah.
do Pataki?
What?
No, I said something to him. He gets it.
Ah, okay. So now I am officially excluded from the show I'm moderating. See this life. Where one or two men are gathered, there is confusion there.
No,
Something.
don't worry. You're safe. You're safe, Seun. You're safe.
Ah, I hear you. All right. So we're going to start with this one coming from Brian Moe, criticizing Burna Boy, Davido, and others. In his words, and I quote, let other artists find their own way. The pretending to be helping them reach higher is a ridiculous watch. Stop seeking relevance in the effort of ones who know little about the business. It's vile. Basically, man's telling people to stop jumping on every form of remix. So, let me start with you, Jim Silas, because I know
Okay.
this is tough.
Um. So first of all, I think that it's very important that everybody on social media, whether an artist or just a regular user, should learn. In fact, in life generally, learn to mind your business. I just always feel like people should
Bobby,
mind their business. What do you say?
I knew that was what was coming. Go on,
That's
please.
first of all. So now artist to artist, Brimo to other artists. I don't like focus on yourself, focus on your own business, and let the other guys be. Um, I know that it is true or it is possible, whether deliberately or not, that someone like Burna Boy, if you check check his records, you see that he has a way of jumping on popular songs. I don't know if he reaches out to them or they reach out to him. I don't know how these conversations happen, but what we have seen over time is that there are a couple of hit records starting from Jerusalem, yeah, that one. What was the other one?
I don't know the name.
Swalabam,
Shalalabam. Yeah.
Swalabam, yes. The other one by what's that guy in Ghana? Um, what's his name?
Black Sheriff.
Black Sheriff. Black Sheriff.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah.
So you see, if you check with time, you see that he's always. And then we had one of Lahore remix is on these big songs. Whether or not, a lot of times the songs are big blown already. I don't know how much of impact that him coming on those songs made. Just as an outsider, I don't know. But yeah, it seems so. But even at that, I don't think anybody's complaining too much. Brimo doesn't need to like if you think if it hurts, or if you like it, you too can do the same thing. Like, don't tell them not to jump on songs that are already made or whatever. Like, and if you look at recently, or maybe from in the past 2 years, Brimo has actually hit a lot on Burner. I don't know what would have caused their beef. I don't know where it's coming from, but he has touched Burner a couple of times. Burner too is not letting. I mean, he too. They are all like, give me, I give it back to you. That's Burner too. Burner too has done. In fact, he went as far as putting on a record or something during one of his rehearsals. I don't know if that song made it to actual any of his albums or stuff, but regardless, it still boils down to the fact that these guys keep going at each other. I know that sometimes it's cool for social media, it's topical, it's fun for banter on social media, but you see, a lot of times people want to look at your level of success as an artist or even a creator or whatever it is you're doing, especially when you want to be talking about another person every other time. It's like Dami Crane go to his pages promoting Davido like never before, like he has never done for himself. And this is not saying it from a place of disrespect, but I'm just saying that, like, focus on your own work than the energy that you put into disliking the other party. And maybe the other party, the whoever that you are talking about, is usually the one who goes for you first. That maybe the public doesn't see. But even at that, the more you talk about these people, the more you make them a topic on your own platform, that's the more you're also promoting these people. So if somebody has never heard of Burna Boy before and they stumble on your own by mistake, they'll be like, who is this Burna Boy that they're talking about? And they go and check, and then you just keep promoting that person. That's where I see it. And I just feel like he should mind his business.
Oris?
I feel a little differently from James. Although I understand the need to mind your business, I don't think that is what social media was created for. I don't think it was created for us to mind our business. It was created for us to take part in the ongoing battles in whatever field. But of course, Brimo and Burna, they seem to have a personal thing going on. I'm not sure what it's about, to be honest. Although in my head, it looks to me like Burna and Brimo, actually, if you're not thinking about their commercial disparities, they're actually quite alike in that I feel like they are both thoughtful, at least they could be sometimes, thoughtful artists. In any case, yeah, I think I'm on Brimo's side. I'm not entirely sure that I'm not sure that I don't think it's entirely what's the word now? Fair, especially because we cannot really quantify the amount of what's the word? How much further some of Burna Boy's collaborations have done for big songs that are already big in Nigeria. I think that for the guys who are maybe South African or whatever it is, it probably makes sense for them. But in Nigeria, I don't know that there's a Burna Boy. Okay, maybe except the one with Ashake. Maybe that one, I guess. Because I think you're more likely to hear the remix than the original of Sungba. But otherwise, I think the Lahore one is a very clear example. It looks to me like when the remix came out, part of some of the glories of the original song kind of disappeared. So I think if you think about that kind of collaboration, it feels to me like maybe, just maybe, Burna should take it easy on the collaborations. But I also understand what it means for an artist who has been idolized several times to jump on a younger artist's record. I think there's some kind of, I don't know what is clout that it gives the younger artist. And maybe that is what makes them keep going back and rather repeatedly to Burna Boy. But let me give you some perspective. Years ago, I remember this was before Burna Boy became the king of the world. I remember there was a particular, what's the word now? There's a particular, is it not OAP? These guys that work on the video channels, the MTVs and the rest of them. One of them was telling me that Burna Boy was the glue in the music industry, in that people who were higher up, who were more famous, could work with Burna Boy. At the same time, people who were not famous could work with Burna Boy. And this was the time when it felt like Wizkid wasn't doing any sort of collaborations with anybody. Remember, there was a period where it felt like to get Wizkid on, you needed to be on his label. You get, otherwise it was impossible to see Wizkid doing a feature. So he was saying that Burna Boy was the person who was keeping the industry together. I don't know if that's still the case, but I think those kinds of stories kind of tells you how important Burna Boy is to a certain generation of music lovers. And if they become what they call musicians themselves, I think most of them will go back to Burna to go and say, you know what, you are a hero. Can you jump on this record? I just don't know how much commercial viability it gives them after a song that is already big. If it's before, I think I can understand that. But when the song is already big, it doesn't seem to me to have a lot of, I don't know, jara, onto the value of the music. So anyway, that's what I think about this.
Well, I guess that Burna Boy is probably singing the band's top of the world because according to Billboard, he becomes the African artist, the first African artist with the most entries on the US Billboard Hot 100 charts. Does it mean anything, James?
Absolutely, it does mean a lot. I mean, when you look at the title or the position that he is somewhat placed on, or he occupies, um, he definitely. I mean, it's only expected that he should take a lot of position or a lot of spots on a list like that. And I mean, we can actually. He has a lot of hit records. I mean, this is somebody who has put out an album where almost all the songs on the album was a hit. And Burna Boy, if we use the word blow, in quotes, blew globally. He became a big deal. So much that he became the poster boy, or what was the word I can use, like the representative of Afrobeats, the way I mean it is called, even bigger. I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but it seemed bigger than even the whiskey that we had earlier. And the argument is there anyway. But Burna Boy, even to date, keeps doing some iconic things that a lot of even international artists aspire to do. So it's only expected that you show work. There's proof in terms of, they say this guy is the African giant, and how when you look at a list like that, you say, okay, you look out for how many spots did Burna Boy possibly take. The same way you'll be looking out for the other guys and on how many spots they took as well. So yeah, it's what it is.
I want
James,
to go on.
James, there's no argument, please. Burna Boy is the king. There's no Wizkid argument. Wizkid has a single song that has, of his at least, that has been public, maybe two, one and a half. Ojo Legba is the half, and then Essence, of course, is the full one. Burna Boy, I mean, Last Last alone is bigger than both songs together. So I don't know that you can be arguing about Burna Boy's supremacy. I think he's the poster boy. There's no argument about it. Burna Boy is the poster boy for international, or rather Western Afrobeat success. I don't think anybody else in Nigeria comes close. The person who, in fact, in Africa would have been this lady, Tyler, if she can sustain the water momentum. It doesn't seem to be happening. But
it's watering down.
exactly. So I don't think anybody can contest with Burna on that level. And I think, so to be fair, when you think about Burna Boy's influence on the scene, I think it's been both positive and negative. Positive because, of course, we always want our exports. We want Nigerian culture to do excellently well outside of here. And the fact that he has figured out a way to make Nigerian music with, of course, Western influences travel, I think is a very big thing. But I think that the problem with his success is that it has come with maybe an unfair baggage, in that right now, because of how big he is outside of Nigeria, nobody really considers the guys who are big in Nigeria as successful artists in a way. True. So that's a kind of idea. So that's a bit of a problem there, because now if you don't have a big song in the international circles, it's not blowing up on TikTok, blowing up on US radio or whatever, or urban radio in the US, it feels like, okay, what exactly are you doing? You have to be a local star, like Portable, for instance, to be somebody who people think of as successful. Only because Burna Boy showed up, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and then became so dominant internationally. So look at we'll probably talk about it as well. The Billboard, not just these charts, but the other thing they put out with their list. You understand that people will take that Seriously, even if we cannot be thinking of Billboard as, ideally, they should not be a, what's the word now?
Yardstick.
A referee. Yes, they should not be judging Afrobeats music, to be honest, because they only showed up, they only understood what is happening there maybe 2 or 3 years ago. You understand, with the Afrobeats charts that they started. But actually, some of us here have been doing this work for like 10 years. Suddenly, your views no longer matter because Billboard has showed up. And that's linked to Burna Boy's success. Because he has said that, you know what, to be successful, not he has said, but his career has shown us that to be successful in Nigerian music is to be successful internationally. It means that international arbiters are going to be considered a whole lot more than people who are local, but who know more about the scene. So yeah, so that's why I think it's good, he's Burna Boy and he's done so much for Afrobeats. But I'm always like thinking like, if this guy was not this successful, we would not have this keyword view of pop music success in Nigeria in 2025.
I hope he's not singing As It Is Sweet or Sigo They Paint Them, hopefully. We'll take a breather, and when we come back, we will start, or at least continue the conversation about Billboard's rating, if they even have the right to try to rate best Afrobeat songs, not of 2025 or 2024, of all time. And that's what we'll get back to after this breather, right on the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1.
Tuned everyone.
Okay, so I'm guessing later, if we have the time, we'll talk about the Naira Marley-ish. Oris, did you see the story?
I've seen this, not on your stuff. I haven't seen story on your stuff, but I saw the story, maybe, I don't know, about an hour before I jumped on here. But I haven't seen the video. Did they say he did a video explaining his part of the stuff? I haven't seen the video, to be honest. I just read something.
I just jumped and passed. Anything Naira Marley, I just jump and pass.
You're one of those. You're the one who's causing him grief right now.
It's in the same WhatsApp group with very dark man for me. I just jumped and pass. Yeah.
No, so maybe if you listened or watched that his part of the story, it might have given you like some.
You're a little bit distant, right? James.
Say that again. Oh,
okay. The audio is better now. Yeah, it's better.
Better now. I'm saying that maybe if you see the video, or if you watch the video, if you listen to him, it might give you a bit of just maybe a second thought about, okay, why do I feel like this, or why did I feel like this about this guy? So me, I probably was feeling like you before, but when I watched and listened to him too closely to his own side of the story, that I've always said that there's two sides to that. It was important for us to hear from him as well. And when I heard from him, I just had like, okay, it makes sense. Might not be a final conclusion, but it felt good to hear from him, to just know at least his own side of the story. That's why I think that's where balance comes from too.
So, James, you don't understand. I don't want to hear another side of the story. I don't want anything. So the truth is, I think the way I feel about Naira Marley started not before, not with what's it called, the Mobat's case, but when he started with his kind of music, I never just really liked the guy.
Absolutely, I get it. In other words, show is a fruit.
I'm a what?
I mean,
fruit.
Yes. So I'm not a fan of Marley's music. Do you understand? I'm not a fan of Marley's.
No, you cannot. This is not fair. That guy was incredibly catchy. That is
I'm not saying he wasn't. I don't say he wasn't, but I wasn't just a fan of his music. It's like Portable. I see him, do you understand? But
I know now, it's not the same thing. I feel Marley has Naira has something more than Portable does. Naira showed up with a new style, with an entirely new style. Portable is just a Fuji musician who is trying his best.
Portable that is collaborating with soul artists. I'm gonna try that guy. But did you know that Portable collaborated with Rick Asani on his last album?
Oh, can you imagine? I didn't know that.
I know Rick Asani tweeted about it at some point. I didn't know they actually had it.
They did. He collaborated with Odumodu Black as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Odumodu and Portable should go together. I feel like the violence in their music works.
Anima, jungle. That's what we're just going to hear all through. Because I don't know how you even enjoy such a sound from them.
No,
I
no,
know.
but by the way, like I said, normally deserves more from you guys. Abba, that guy showed up with a totally new style. You have to
Oh,
give that guy
Yeah,
credit.
please.
You
no,
say, oh
no.
please.
He talks
When
as
I,
that
if he's
there's
talking. He talks as
there's
if
a
he's
part
talking to
of
someone in his living room, and then somebody just accidentally recorded it or sang
no,
his
no,
wow.
line.
there's a part of is it the actual people song? That's one of those songs. There's a part that's just great. there's one who
No, but
just like this one is
I
great.
acknowledge his part in terms of the sound and everything. But he says as personally his music from lyrically and so on. I'm just not
But
a
the
fan.
dash is nonsense.
No,
I'm
no,
just
it's
not
not
a fan.
it's
Gentlemen,
musically, it's
we're
not
back.
lyrically. Anyway, you can continue.
Behind the scenes, that's where the real gist happens. And I think if you're not on YouTube, you are, in the words of Tibanj, on a long thing. So go to YouTube at Smooth 981 FM Lagos, at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. And you can also drop your comments using the live chat option. But you can come to WhatsApp to say hello to us and say whatever you have on your mind, as touching what we have discussed so far. The WhatsApp line is 0911 999 0981. Again, 0911 999 0981. Taya from Aja says, whose skin? I was about to read it. I did not know it was what he said. All right. He said, Bonner once said, make you no fall like Brimo, and it's showing. Odogu shows up like people in Zagi. When midfielder has done the hard work, it just shows to score the goal. Dami Crane is a shadow musician. He's waiting for mainstream music so that he can do alternate copy. Water don't finish. Please bring strong drink like. And then he shared the tweet about Lil Kesh being allegedly violently attacked and stabbed in the neck today in Lagos, and that his ear was severed but has been stitched back
Yeah.
together. That's still developing. We don't have the details yet, but we hope that he's fine and at least recovering if it's true. All right, let's quickly get into the Billboard list that they released, top 50. First of all, I'm not even sure why they made it top 50, not top 100. It's supposed to be top 100, but we digress. So top 50 best Afrobeat songs of all time. And many people have been reacting to that. One of those who has reacted is Terry G. But first, let's get into that list. Number one is still about African Queen. Do you agree with that? Talk to me about the list, starting with you, Oris.
I think yes. I don't think you can argue too much about African Queen, but I think the list is not a list of it's not a list of quality. I think it's a list of impact. Why is Sheol holding her head? Uh, I think I think it's a list of impact. Or like, okay, these songs did this for the what's it called now for the movement, and so they are probably better than the other songs. But I feel like that's not a fair way to organize stuff that is cultural stuff. I think you should be thinking more about, okay, how good is it lyrically? How good is the beat? Was it innovative in this sense? Blah blah blah. But I think they're just working with impact because I'm like, okay, that's a very interesting list. When I see some of the titles there, I'm like, okay, these are just big songs, and I think they're also big songs that people who are out there in the world recognize. Not necessarily big songs not necessarily what's the word now, the greatest songs in Nigeria. Did this song travel a bit? The people who are grading these things, probably most of them are probably not Nigerians. Or if they are Nigerians, they're probably based abroad, maybe right now. I think there's a lot of that going on with the list. But I cannot argue with number one. I'm very happy to see Two-Face there as number one because I feel there's people who put Essence as number one, which would have been ridiculous. But I feel like number one, on that level, I'm fine.
So, James, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know why I asked always about number one. I don't think was this in what's called numerical order, like in terms of greatness. I don't know. Is that how they Ziba according? Do you understand? I wanted always talk about the list generally, and especially the fact that Terry G felt robbed as far as this list is concerned. So if you want to come back again, I want to hear what you think about Terry
James,
G's.
you can talk
Thank
about
you.
this.
Yeah.
That was the
I can
aim.
talk about this subsequently.
Nah, man.
Yes,
Come
now.
on, you guys. Okay, I'll just go ahead. So, first of all, I think that going through the list, I see a lot of songs that, yes, are quite very, 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 very that made a great deal of impact as far as the industry is concerned. Of course, but I mean, as far as the movement is concerned, I'm trying to look at a particular song. Let me see if I can spot it.
Which one?
By who?
It is. Do you know the funny thing is that I didn't know. I don't know much about that person's music. I don't think it's the person in Nigeria as well.
I'll tell you the one that shocked me because I was seeing it for the first time. Maybe I'm just in the Stone Age. Afrobeat
Let me
Drogba.
it might be the person I'm trying. Who?
Drogba.
Drogba.
No, you don't know that song.
I don't. Maybe I'm living under the rock. That was why.
So I've seen what I was looking for. Amare and Molly. Sad Girls Love Money.
Sad Girls Love Money.
Yeah. Do you know the song?
I know the song. Yes, I do. Yes.
I don't.
Is it that big?
It wasn't that big. But like I told you, a lot of these lists were made by people who are not necessarily Nigerians, but who are maybe Africans or so, but they are based over there. Amare has a very big diaspora community, and that's why this is on the list. That's the only reason why it's on the list.
So that's what I was trying to check. So now, let me also bring when they call Bumper to Bumper, compared to his Olufumi song, which one would you have said made more of an impact?
Olufumi, what?
Of course.
Ololufe, sorry, not Olufumi.
Bumper to Bumper, of course. No. Bumper to Bumper. Bumper to Bumper.
Was bigger. But yes, it was bigger. But Ololufe was that song that will make you turn back and like, who is that? If you understand what I'm saying.
That's true. No, you're right.
That would have been his biggest or remarkable song in terms of Wandeko as an artist. Okay, but let's even now. Okay, let's.
I don't agree at all.
Okay, that's fine.
Keep going.
I agree with James.
So I come back to Terry G. So impact. I don't know if. So I also like. No disrespect, honestly. Timaya, this is Timaya there as well. I thought Timaya would have gotten the shot, but I didn't even see him.
No, Timaya is there.
No, he's there. Number 49 or 50.
Oh, the Mama.
The upper part.
The Mama is there.
Do you like, it took a while. I didn't like to just mention that. As I was saying, that's okay. We'll tongue in cheek. So, but Terry G complaining that they robbed him. Did nobody rob you? Perhaps let's also look at the era that, or some of the years, or how long ago some of the songs that they were released at that time, and how strong they remained to date. When you look at the quality of music today, you see that. Did you see Portable there? It's Portable there. You see that they still looked out for songs that made sense. Do you understand? And this is not in any way trying to rob. Maybe they had gotten to 100, Teji would have made it, or one of his songs would have made it. But even till
I doubt it. I don't think I remembered him.
Okay, good. So even till date, when you think of music in terms of how it was put out since when we started pushing it to say, okay, Afrobeats is going to happen, or Afrobeats was going to go global, I don't think anybody would have taken a Terry G's song seriously. Let's put it down. I don't even in terms of lyrically, go to Apple Music, for instance, where you go check lyrics. How would they have been able to, Jonathan, state or quote Terry G's lyrics on a platform like that? So this is why it also makes sense to understand that no matter what you do,
James.
Even if you are getting that attention, rave attention and everything, you need to make sure that you put in the work and make sense, no matter because of tomorrow. Because it's not just about making noise, not just about, Terry G made a lot of noisy music. I'm saying this because Terry G made a lot of noisy music. So if today you now want to expect that, you are going to get accolade or get recognition of that whole kind of sound that you put out before, it may not happen, especially when this list or the said list is being computed by people in diaspora. I wouldn't know. It would have made sense if there was a bit of consultation with people, and maybe they did. We don't know. But
no, we don't know. Have you seen the names? Some of the names there are Yoruba Nigerian names. There's a Blossom or something. There's a Wale
journalists that we know here in Nigeria.
I feel like I know the Wale Olowo guy. One kind. I think I
Okay.
know one of the names. I'm not
Okay.
too sure, but I feel like I do.
Okay. So sometimes, some people will miss out. That's why I said maybe it was 100, he could have made it. But the same way, even Brimo, does Brimo, apart from Brimo's own personal songs, did they make it? Did
Nope,
you see
not a
No,
single one.
Brimo
Not a
was not
single one is
there.
there.
Brimo's biggest song? You know what I'm talking about? Did
None
not
of them
make
is
it.
there. No, it's not there.
You see, so I
Well,
mean, it just
Oleku was
happens.
there though.
Yeah, but
No,
that's
yeah,
not his
but
song
that's not
now.
Brimo's song. Do you understand? That's not
I
Brimo's
get
song.
you.
Yeah, so was Patoranking on that list? Did he make
No.
the
Apparently,
cut?
no.
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 So there are a couple of artists that you would have thought if we sit down properly, like we have a group of 10 music heads to come up with this list. And that's not to say that we may not miss out anyone, especially if they're giving us just 50 slots. But if this is for Africa or generally Afrobeats, it just sort of, it's not a complete. I don't think they could have covered everything. But so
James.
it's not even enough for Terry to complain. Do you know how many people need to complain as well? Yeah.
We need to end the conversation on that one because we're out of time. I know that
Breaks
we've
my
gone
heart.
and on about
Okay.
this. I'm sorry. And I'll quickly take some messages. And this one is coming from Xavier. Oh, we are so sorry, Xavier. Welcome back to this platform now. It's 0911-999-0981. Thank you. AY from Oniru says African Queen is deservedly at the #1 spot. Lyrics, check. Impact, check. From number 2 to 50 are debatable though. And Taya says, please frame it in glass. Oris is satisfied with an opinion. It's not a drill. Yeah, it's not Christmas yet and he's satisfied. African Queen is so good and pioneering that the author of the song is now using it for his new African Queen. Ouch. Terry G can enter the list if it's top 100 but can't be #1. Portable music made sense. Please mute James's mic before they come for him. Is Amari not alter? This timeline is not timelining. I agree.
Yeah, it's alternate, but yeah, I guess that's how it works these days. But she's popular abroad, so there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't even go back to some of the other stories that we were supposed to take today. I guess maybe another day next week we'll go again on the grapevine. But I am not going to go without this one about some words that got added to the Cambridge Dictionary, like skibidi. I would have you know that doing this news was the first time that I came across the word skibidi.
Skibidi
So we
Papa.
have to really ask, how old are you again?
Don't know Skibidi Papa?
Is it is it from the Man's Not Hot song?
No. It's from a meme. There's a toilet thing. It's a very gross thing, to be honest. A toilet thing that's fighting with human beings. It's popular in the UK and the US. That's where it's from. But just check it out when you have the time. But I'm just surprised you have not heard of it before.
What is I've never. And so I think I'll leave it. But I think one word that needs to enter the dictionary is something that has been used many times today. The word blow. It needs to get accepted into the dictionary.
Blow?
Yes, blow.
It's already there now.
It's there now.
What decade are you in?
No, I'm saying like when a person gets popular the way we use it in Nigeria.
Successful.
Yes.
Yes, no.
It's
an American thing. It's not even Nigerian. It's an American thing.
No, I'm not talking about Urban Dictionary. Remember, this one is Cambridge Dictionary.
I'm telling you that you will find this one you're saying inside the Cambridge.
Yes, blow.
This one.
Blow is not in Cambridge.
Blow is there.
Blow is not in Cambridge. It's not.
Have you checked
it? It's in Urban. Yes, I have. That's why I'm saying it. Yeah. So it's in Urban, and we know that in Urban, anything goes for Urban Dictionary, but not Cambridge. Because yes, now everything goes because what is you know what? We're done. All right, let's go with Andrews. James Silas, are you still on Instagram?
Yeah, I am. James Silas on Instagram. Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook. I'm just pretty much everywhere on social media. If you reach out, look for me and tell me you're from the grapevine, I'll holler back.
Okay. I know Oris is not on Instagram.
No, Oris is on Instagram, but Oris's website is on Instagram, and we are back. They gave us back, so it's
congratulations.
Thank you. Film Africa, it's back on Instagram, so please follow us. We write about African movie news. Yeah.
All right. Next week we'll be back on the grapevine from 8:15 right here on Smooth 98.1. But Smooth Breakfast continues. My name is Oluwaseun. All righty.
Yeah, sure. Welcome
Thank
back
you.
for a bit.
Oh, I don't want to
Shane,
be
what does
welcome
this mean
back.
for tomorrow?
No film focus.
Ah, okay. So, oh, well,
Don't want to
good.
die.
Everybody can relax. All right, James,
Thank you.
peace.
Yep. See ya.